This is 80/20 Programming, your place to master the art of programming by solving problems and building projects. Hey, thanks for joining us. If you're new to this channel, I like to teach basic JavaScript and Python principles using a problems-based approach. That means we'll be in codewars, which is like a problem-solving platform. We'll be in the system and we'll solve little problems, and you'll learn the basics of how to solve the problem, how to think about it, and you know how to come up with an answer. For today's problem, we're working on an 8-cube problem called cat years, dog years. Okay, now if you have a cat or a dog, sometimes you might wonder, well, since I got them as a puppy or a kitten, how old are they? You know, how are they in human years? Okay, so we're working in JavaScript, and that's the problem. So we'll hit train and come over to the platform to work. Okay, we'll review the instructions. It says, I have a cat and a dog. I got them at the same time as a puppy and a kitten, a kitten and a puppy. That was human years ago. Return their respective ages now as an array with human years, cat years, and dog years. Note, human years greater than or equal to 1. Human years are whole numbers only. For cat years, the first year of a cat's life, they're equal to 15 human years. The second year, it's 9 additional years. And then every year after that, it's 4. Okay, and for dog years, it's 15 years for the first year, 9 more for the second, and then 5 each year after that. Okay, so we come over here, work in JavaScript, we look, and we have a function set up. Now, this is a little bit different. This is called a function, an expression, function expression. Okay, so you have cat years, human years, cat years, dog years set up as a variable with the var keyword equals function. It's a function. Human years is the parameter, so this will be a number. We already know that. Then we have the opening and the closing brackets. First, we'll get rid of this. We're not going to need it. Well, yeah, we're not going to. We'll do this. Block out that return because we will need a return statement. Okay, so what we want to do is we'll walk through the prep method. Okay, so we know the parameter we're taking in is human years, and it's an integer. Okay, we want to return an array with human years, cat years, and dog years in the array. Some examples. Let's come down here to the testing section and look at a couple of the examples. Well, they don't have any examples. Anyway, if we pass in 1 human year, that means we get 1 for human years, 15 for cat, 15 for dog. We have 2 human years, 24 for cat, 24 for dog, because for the second year we're adding 9 to the 15. And this 10 is down here. This one is where it's getting a little bit tricky, and we're going to use some math to get there. And we pass in 10 as human years, so 10 for human years, 56 for cat, 64 for dog. Okay, that's what we got to figure out. Okay, so we know, and so for pseudocode, we know we will take in an integer. Okay, we want to calculate the age of cat and dog based on human years. Okay, so let's work on this. So we're taking an integer and we want to return the number. So first I want to establish a variable. I'm going to let cat age equal 0. Let dog age equal 0. Okay. Now to calculate this, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use an if statement, an if-else statement. Okay. If we look up here into the MDN, this is the if-else section. The if-else statement executes a statement if a specified condition is truthy. If the condition is falsy, another statement in the optional else clause will be executed. In the MDN, they provide a little bit of description. Then they do some examples. Okay, so here's an example of an if-else statement. Function test name A, let result is a declaration of a variable. If A is greater than 0, result is positive, equals positive, else result not positive, return result. Down here, we see -5 is passed in as the parameter. This is the argument, it's the parameter, it comes in, and then the if statement evaluates it. So what we want to do is do if human years equals 1. We'll do cat age equal 15. Dog age equal 15. Okay, and then we want to bring it down. We want to do an else if human years equal to cat age equals 15 for that first year plus the additional 9. Okay. Dog age equals, same thing, 15 plus 9, because they both start out as the same for the first 2 years. Here's 15 for the first, 9 for the second. And this is where we get a little bit, I forgot my brackets. Delete, put one down here as well. You always got to pay attention to your syntax. You got to have the open and the closed brackets, curly braces. Okay, so let's see. Then we'll do an else statement, more open and closing, and then we will do cat age equals, let me see how I want to set this up. We'll do the 15 plus 9. Okay, for inside of this is using the parentheses, the order of operations, parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction, in that order, as we learned in elementary school. 15 plus 9. We'll do another plus. Okay, here's where it gets a little bit different, because we got to go human years minus 2, because we've already counted for 2 of the years. Okay, times 4 for cat. Now this is the setup for the cat, how to figure out the cat age beyond 2 years. And it's roughly the same for the dog age. Okay, let's see. So we'll copy it and paste it down here. Change the variable name to dog age. Okay, change this to 5. Okay, and this is where we're going to get into the return statement. Okay, so in the return statement, in this array, we're going to return an array. We want to put human years, put cat age, and then finally dog age. Dog age. Okay, so this should work it out. Let's do a test. And it passes. Okay, so what did I do? I first established 2 variables, cat age, dog age, and there's 0 at first. Then I went through an if else statement, conditional. This means if human years is 1 equal to 1, cat age, dog age 15. Then we're going up to 2 years. So it's the 15 for the first year, 9 for the second, and finally we're in the above 2, and so we got to count these first 2, year 1, year 2. Then we come into this, and it's plus human years minus 2, because we already counted those first 2, times 4 for cats, 5 for dogs, and that returns it. And we have an answer. Now, if I wanted to, let's see if we get full credit for it. Okay, and it works. We got full credit for it. Oh, we bumped up to 49. We went up to a 7Q ranking, I believe. But anyway, that's how you would a beginner-friendly approach to solving this, but there's a lot of ways to solve it. We could have, let me see, we could have come in here and said, how would I make this simpler? Because, when you look at code, you write up the first time and it's a little bit long, and then you think about, well, how can I shorten it? How can I refactor it? So, make it a smaller piece of code, but make it still do the job. Okay, so this is the first way I would have done. Let me comment that out. Clear that up. Okay, so I might come in here and say, if human age equal 1, return, we'll do 1, where is this? Human age. And 15, and we come down and we will do if human years as well. It's not. Yeah, it happens. You're working and you just think in your head you have an idea and not really paying attention. Make a little mistake. We caught it early, so there's no harm in that. Go equals 2. Return human years. 15 plus. What is it, 9? Yes, 15 plus 9. 24. 24. I don't think this break here will cause a problem because it doesn't have spaces in the return statement. Okay, so 2 little if statements here. Then we will come in here and go, okay, we'll do a return, square bracket, human age, minus 2 times 4 plus 24. Block it out. Oh, see, I keep on going with the human age. My brain is somewhere else today. Okay. Okay, and we plus 4 times 24. It's supposed to be 4 times 4 plus 24. Okay. And then we will do human years. Got it right this time. Minus 2 times 5 plus 2, 4. Okay, it's a much shorter version. Let's see if I got everything lined up correctly and see if it works. And it does. Okay, but so we solved the problem, same kind of thing using if statements, just a much shorter version. All right, let's see if we get full credit for it. And we do. All right, as you can see, let's go back into here. There's a lot of ways to solve these. Now, I see we got the message. We ranked up. We're now 7Q in JavaScript. We're very happy with that. All right, let's look at these. See, locked a new privilege, 50 plus honor, ability to mark comments after. Okay. Anyway, we can. All right, you start reviewing a little bit, and you can look at these problems, and you see everybody, I guess, wanted to use some form of an if statement. We got a ternary statement here. Just you work these problems, you figure out ways to do it. Now we'll move into Python and figure out, and we'll see if we can do it in Python. And to be honest, it should be kind of similar because, in a lot of ways, these two languages have a lot of similarities. So let's do it in Python now. All right. So Python, the same problem. You see the classic that define def, human years, cat years, dog years. This is this interesting looking way of separating words is called snake case. It's kind of the preferred way to do it in Python. But people declare variables in all kinds of ways. So let's clean this out. Let's see how we do it. We want to start with a variable again. Cat age equals 0. Dog age equals 0. Okay, we're starting with these two variables. We're starting at 0. Okay, now we want to do an if statement. If human years equals 1, cat age equal cat's age, dog's age. Okay, cat's age. Okay. Dog's age equal 15. Kind of the same way we did it in JavaScript. In Python, when you do an if else statement, is actually if elif. See how I elif like I have it? Elif human years equals 2. Cat's age equal 15 plus 9. Dog's age equals 15 plus 9. Alright. Elif human years, we'll do greater than 2. If it's greater than 2, cat's age equals, we'll kind of do this the same way we did in JavaScript. Plus 9. And we'll do plus human years minus 2 times 4. That's for cat's age, and then for dog's age, we're just going to copy it down because it's almost the exact same formula. We just got to change the variable in a number. We'll change this to dog's age. Change this to a 5. Right. Okay. And then we will return what we have found out. So return, kind of the same way in JavaScript. Human years, cat's age, both songs, dog's age. All right. Now let's see. Okay, so this should return a list that has human years, cat's age, and the dog's age based on whatever this variable is at the time. Let's test it and see what we got. And we passed. Okay. So it's just, another way of solving it. Let's see if we get full credit. And yes, we did. We all 103 tests passed. You can look down here and you can see the kind of tests they run. And this right here could be a little handy. Say you're working on these problems and you keep getting it wrong. You think you're on the way and you think you got your code working, but then it's a little bit wrong. What I like to do is come here and push submit, and it'll open up and you'll get everything they've tested for in the test, or you should anyway. Sometimes it doesn't work that way. Usually it does. It'll open up and you can see what they've tested for, so you can maybe do a little bit of reverse engineering and figure it out. But that's what I tend to do. Let's go in here and do submit, get full credit. All right. Okay, and then I've ranked up to 7Q in Python. Good. Right. So anyway, you can come in here after you've solved it, and you can look and you can see what other people are doing. A lot of people use the if, elif, else statements. Okay. Some people make it Pythonic and make it really, really condensed, and so like this will evaluate everything that we've said in the if statement. It's just one line. I'm using an if and else statements, People get creative with this. You can do that too, but the key is solve the problem, and then once you solve it, pick it apart and rework it and make it smaller and make it work that way, and then keep refactoring it down until you get a really simple version of what you first created. But that's what people do, and hope you learned something, and thanks for tuning in. Hey, thanks for watching. Please, if you found this video helpful, like the video, hit that subscribe button, and share this video on social media. Also, feel free to leave a comment and let's master the art of programming together.